Hello everyone, today we're gonna talk about an interesting take and ideology from Captain America in Avengers Age of Ultron. This take is in my opinion a very unique take on a superhero's life, so I want to talk about it. And I'm also gonna talk about how this ideology can help you achieve your goals and maybe make your life better. So let's get right into it. So when it comes to superhero stories, they always have a narrative of the happy ending after doing the right and hard thing. If you look at Spider-Man 2 for example, Peter sacrifices everything he wants in order to be Spider-Man and to do the right thing. However, in the end he does get the happy ending when MJ chooses him. In Age of Ultron, Tony creates Ultron with the intent to protect Earth from threats the Avengers can't keep up with. But there are also other underlying reasons, one of them being that he doesn't want to fight forever and eventually wants the simple life. The simple life is a subtle theme in Age of Ultron.
Whether you tell us is a bit of a question.
Banner and I were doing research.
That would affect the team.
That would end the team. Isn't that the mission? Isn't that the why we fight? So we can end the fight, so we get to go home?
Now there are tons of other examples like this, but in general, a happy ending or a sense of the hard work is over now is always anticipated in stories of heroism and doing the hard and right thing. And what's interesting about it is that it's quite reflective of real life too. If you look at fitness for example, the emotional value is often put on the results and the fact you get to feel great after tons of hard work. Any ambitious goal is seen as short-term suffering so that we can enjoy the happy ending later or relax when we get it done. Just like heroes, we always try to emotionally hide from the fight by latching onto the happy endings to make it feel worth it. And that is great, it gives us something to fight for. But I think there's also beauty in having another mindset. This is Steve's mindset in Age of Ultron and how Steve thinks about doing the hard thing. To give you some backstory, Steve's main value has always been about doing the right thing. That is his core value and that is what has been driving him since he wanted to join the army.
Bucky, come on, there are men laying down their lives. I got no right to do any less than them. That's what you don't understand. This isn't about me.
However, even though his need to do right and to self-sacrifice is so strong, there's also a huge element of a happy ending relevant to his story. Steve is the one who deserves the happy ending the most in my opinion. Ever since he sacrificed himself to win the war while he was in love with Peggy Carter, his whole life is in anticipation of when can I get my happy ending, when can I go home and go back to Peggy. Obviously he knows he can't go back, but that happy ending he deserved is always in his mind.
I went under. The world was at war. I wake up, they say we won. They didn't say what we lost.
But in Age of Ultron, he subconsciously thinks different about this. In the middle of the movie, the Avengers arrive to fight Ultron, but Ultron has something to say to Steve. He calls him out by saying that Steve might look so perfect, but in reality, he can't actually live without a war.
I know you've suffered.
Captain America, pretending you could live without a war.
And the dream sequence perfectly showcases this. Wanda Maximoff aka Scarlet Witch lets the Avengers see their worst fears. When Steve gets his dream, his worst fear is him living without a war to fight, living with peace and being purposeless.
The war's over, Steve. We can go home. Imagine it.
That's why the room goes empty when Peggy says to imagine going home. War has always been his purpose. So what does he actually want? Does he want a simple life? Or does he just want to focus on doing good and sacrifice forever? He spends some time conflicted when he sees Hawkeye with his family. But after defeating Ultron and winning the fight, he comes to a conclusion. In this scene, Tony talks about retiring and wanting the simple life. But Steve realizes something, and that is that he doesn't want to hide from the fight anymore.
The simple life. You get there one day. I don't know. Family, stability. Guy who wanted all that went in the ice 75 years ago. I think someone else came out. You all right? I'm home.
As you can see here, Steve doesn't want to hide from the fight anymore. and doesn't actually want the simple life. He doesn't care about the payoff, the happy ending, or the comfort, but he finds comfort in the fight itself. He finds comfort in doing the right thing and carrying the burden. Pursuing his main value is his comfort. It's his home, and that is enough. Now, of course, this is somewhat fueled by the fact he feels empty without a war. But I think there's so much beauty in this ideology and his way of thinking. I really like this idea of being comfortable with doing the hard thing, and I think it's something we can all get inspired by. Because like I said earlier, we always try to hide from the fight. We look for the easy way out, the simple life, the anticipation of when we can finally rest. To be a little bit more specific, if you look at fitness or taking care of your body, for example, one of the scary things about commitment to fitness and what I hear from people is that it's something you have to do forever. If you want to maintain in good shape, you have to every day eat well, work out multiple times, and it never stops. There's no certain amount of work where your body thinks, alright, thank you, you have done enough. I'm gonna stay fit for the rest of my life and you can retire, so go eat that bag of chips. This goes for almost any ambitious goal where there's no ending payoff and stopping isn't a near option. And that can be confronting to think about, to realize you have to work hard and suffer forever. Sometimes I still think about this. But the question is, do we really want to stop though? Isn't the fight what we care most about? Don't we love doing the hard thing and the results we get out of it? Don't we love being productive even though it's hard? Don't we love working out and feeling amazing afterwards? Don't we love the feeling that we are pursuing our values? And isn't that one of the most important things to us? Is it not our home? Something to reflect about, but I think there's beauty in this way of thinking. The way I've been reflecting about this is when it comes to my YouTube channel. At the beginning of when I started YouTube, and this might be relatable for everyone starting an ambitious project, it was all amazing. That beginning passion you have when starting something is one of the most magical feelings on earth. But then, after a year of creating videos, things are starting to feel different. Right now, that magic ambition isn't always there. I still really like making videos, but I need to edit a lot, I need to do a lot of work, I get a lot of creative blocks, and more discipline is needed every time. It sometimes starts to feel like something I have to do. And compared to that magical feeling of passion I had at the beginning, I now sometimes think, am I gonna have to do this forever? Am I gonna have to grind like this all the time? But after this ideology, I think a little bit different about it. Just because it doesn't always feel simple or magical, that doesn't mean I don't love it though. It's still really important to me to make videos and to do things I like. And I still really enjoy doing it. I think it might be my home. One thing you can do is to ask yourself, what really is your home and what is the simple life? Is your home doing comfortable things but stressing out about the fact you're not pursuing your values? Or is it actually pursuing your values and living with ease knowing you are on the right path? I hope you got inspired by this message. Drop me a like if you did. Personally, I get inspired by characters like Captain America and it impacts my life. But after a while that inspiration goes away and I need a new form of inspiration to work on my goals. That's why I regularly make videos like these so you can get insights from your favorite characters and also have it consistently impact your life. If you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button so that you can get regularly inspired and achieve your goals quicker. I think I'm gonna make more Captain America videos soon because I just love the character and I also want to go along with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier hype. I'm loving that show right now, so I think I'm also gonna make a video about that. Stay tuned. Let me know if you have any... I lost my words. Let me know if you have any video requests or let me know if you resonated with this mindset. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon.